Hello and welcome to Tending the Soul here on September the 1st, 2020. And what an odd and hard year it has been as we are engaged in this moment of soul tending when people are feeling alone and scared about what's next, and whether it's around the virus that continues to have rising numbers in our state, or it's the racial tensions that are unmasking the idea that, and the reality, that people have been treated unfairly and unjustly and oppressively for generations. We're in that reality right now, and we're holding that tension as we tend to our souls. Today, I'm reminded of the wonderful teacher and mystic monk Thomas Merton, who walked on this earth and found a way to name that which was the hard truths of the day, and named the reality that in the rise to nuclear proliferation, that just the idea, the concept of having nuclear weapons would harm the soul of any country that possessed them, because it inherently produced a sense of separateness between us. And he also had this beautiful way of understanding deeply that the root of all evil, of all sin, comes with our own separation. The idea, just the idea that we are somehow separate from others and from the earth. And that enables us to live in that state of egotism, which he called the false self. That somehow I have to present myself as better than, or successful or powerful or whatever. And he invited us into this great, deep humility of understanding all people as connected beings, and to let go of. And he had the beautiful way of saying that what Jesus asked us to do when we were supposed to take up our cross and follow, or we have to die before we can live again, that whole resurrection thing, was the thing we die to is that false self. The idea that we are somehow in competition with others, that we are separate from others. And so the beautiful way we can soul tend today is to remember that we are connected, that we do have a sense that our divine nature is one of deep and abiding relationship. And if we can spend time in those relationships, we will find our divine center. We will find and uncover that beautiful place inside us that knows, that feels that deep connection. When the more than human world invites us into that beautiful place of wonder and mystery, we know that there's a deep connection to what that is. When we find a friend, and we exchange deep listening to each other, we know that that's a deep and abiding connection. And there is no fear in that place. There is no anxiety in that place. And even I would say that the things that cause depression drift away, because that place is a deep connection, and we know we're not alone. And so I encourage you to find the memory of connection, the relationships that you're being called into. And sometimes that happens over the phone or email, or through the magic of writing letters. What a beautiful way of connecting with others, to read the words that have been written down by hand of another, is a really deeply personal way of tending to your soul. And so I put out there for you that in the midst of all of the hard things, and the struggle, and the pain that people are experiencing, the re-traumatization of the world, you inherently are loved. And that is how we tend to the soul.